If you look, there are tens of multi-crore brands online selling apparel with really no differentiation. Every person from their home is starting a new apparel brand. But then, only a few handful of brands actually attain scale via Facebook ads, and most attain via Facebook ads. But how do they do that? We'll get into nitty-gritties and the insights in this video. Exactly what's going on that makes a brand successful with Facebook ads and the other brand not successful. So they are mostly selling via Facebook ads, but profitably they are selling it. But then you hear FB ads for apparel is very competitive in nature. Yeah, it is, because everyone can start it. It's competitive if you don't know the rules and the insights. That is what I'll be sharing in this video. Exactly what's going on. We have worked with multiple apparel brands, grown them from 0 to 7 figures, starting with 0 revenue. Everything has been both via Google, Facebook, everything. This has been accomplished. So we know, we understand what actually makes a brand succeed and get to a scale which most people are never able to. So first, today's agenda: 3 elements of success with apparel brands: prerequisites, community, returns, website optimization, and creatives, the most important part, and the campaign structure, reporting. We'll cover each and every detail, so stay till the end. But first, decide which game do you want to play. This is where most apparel brands don't give it a thought, and they think that, okay, I can start an apparel brand without giving a thought. I should just manufacture a few apparels and sell it online. No. If you want to successfully build a moat and an advantage over your competitors, then know the game. Here it is. You want to play the game of frequent drops every now and then. This requires strong retention skill, but it's more predictable revenue. Or you want to create a timeless collection drop where it requires strong acquisition skill, because retention is not that big factor. Your product pulls by itself, but you need strong acquisition skill. Now you might feel that, okay, frequent drops is better for me because it has more predictable. No, it is actually the same, because you are still providing value to the existing customers also by actually building a community, which is very different from the acquisition skill. So think through and deeply understand what game you want to play, because this is a non-directional decision. This is a one-directional decision. If you take one route, then stick to it always, and take it based on your past experience. Are you good in retention, or are you good in bringing people together and handling communities, or in acquisition of spreading to the masses? Play with that. Now, brand has thrived both ways and has failed both ways. So understand, it's not one will succeed and one will not. Next, 3 elements of success with apparel in Facebook ads. Only 3 things matter if you want to succeed with Facebook ads. First, create designs that appeal to a larger group. Second, leverage managing inventory and producing. Ability to create multiple organic movements. That's it. If you can nail these 3, you can scale this brand to above 10 crores revenue. Also, first one, create designs. In all these 3, you can build a moat. Either you can build in any one of these 3 or in all these 3. It's up to you. All these 3 is extremely challenging. Most brands build in one of these 3. First, if you're strong in design, then create a moat around design which is unique and appeal to large masses. Or if you're strong in supply chain, you have had experience, then create a fast supply chain that your competitors cannot match it. This is itself a moat. This might feel like it's not a strong moat, but it is one of the most crucial part. Even Zara's executives and every other person says about this, because supply chain is the most constrained part in scaling the apparel brand, because how quick you are to market matters a lot. You miss by a month, you don't ride the wave. You get it on time, you ride a wave and accomplish results which are not seen before. Then ability to create organic movements. This is mostly related to marketing. If you are strong in marketing, then this is the most crucial aspect where you can develop your skill. Now, prerequisites for hyperscaling. Clips for creative. This is where most brands don't give it a thought. Creatives are the most important when you are creating a Facebook ad campaign for an apparel brand. But a lot of brands' revenue gets sucked up because of the creative production and everything. I will give you a hack of how to do it a better way. You only need a repository of a few features and display clips of your apparel which can be replicated over and over again in the same ad. For example, you can create a clip of model wearing the product. That's it. No other clip. It's a 5-second clip or 7-second clip it makes. Second, model walking, model flaunting her dress or the apparel, whatever, and model desiring, creating a affectionate clip here, and product in different background. The same product placed in different backgrounds. Now what happens is, this same creative, this same clips can be used multiple times for the ad in different contexts. One way I can say model wearing the product, I can run a video ad with no text. Second time I can run a video ad with voiceover. Third time I can run a video ad where I am saying a voiceover as well as there is text involved. So all these three just from one clip. So that is how you hack your creative production, reduce the expenses of your creative production, and build a moat in terms of quicker creatives, newer creatives, and no creative fatigue in your ads. Next, identify your core bestsellers. These are the most important thing. These are your most predictable and evergreen products that satisfy 3 criteria. So what are the criteria it should follow? It should have high margin, enviable design, and low returns. Now if you are into frequent drops, then you will have a consistent pattern of designs which work again and again. You don't have a particular product which is a bestseller, but a particular design which is a bestseller. If you are a timeless collection, then you have a particular product which is a bestseller. So both ways there is a bestseller involved. Identify those and isolate them, and don't run them in the same campaign. I'll come to this campaign structure later. Building a community, this is the most crucial part if you are into frequent drops, even if you are into timeless collection. Both of these matters a lot. This is something which cannot be taught, it comes with experience only. I can just say that this is the most crucial part for even launches. How do you build a community? First of all, the most basic aspect is, to build a community you have to stand for something. If your brand stands for something, people can connect to it on a deeper level. A brand standing for something must not be a product. It should not be about the brand itself. It should be about the people, the customer. A desire which is unmet in the market, which the brand is satisfying. The brand should be a medium there to achieving an unmet desire. For example, the Whole Truth as a brand, that's not into apparel, but essentially it's building a community that we want 100% clean label foods. This is not something the brand does stand for. Yes, it is 100% standing for that. But this is something, a desire which is unmet in the people itself. So that is how you build a community. You have to stand for something. That is when people connect to it on a deeper level, which is not transaction. And people see through authentic stuff and see where there is brand being posted and everything. So don't try to push a brand, try to push an idea and ideology where it is good. If this is achieved, it's good for the people, not an ideology which is bad. Next, product name matters. Now out of the 3, tell me which product do you think has the most price? If you guessed it, whatever you guessed it, keep it in mind. And here is where I reveal the price. Slim fit party shirt and premium slim fit casual shirt and men pure cotton casual shirt. Now, see the name of the product here. This was the name of the product and this was the name below that. Cara black silk corset top and Titania lavender richard midi corset dress. I'm not saying that there's not a difference in quality in these. There is certainly a difference in quality. There is certainly a difference in even the color used and everything. But name matters a lot when you're advertising a product. When I refer to a friend, I'll be saying the name of the product, and when I say the name of the product, I'll not be showing him the product itself, though that it might happen. But when you say the name, it creates a perception of the quality which is said. If I say Rolex as a brand, then it creates a perception. Even if I say Rolex watches or Rolex some particular model, it creates a perception, okay, it's have high value. And if I say watch or just a watch, hand watch, or wristwatch, then it creates a different perception. So product name matters, and it is a medium of word of mouth marketing. So always assume that product name is your brand name, is where people will communicate. Next, returns. If you can figure this out, this is the most crucial part. If you can figure this out, then you can make more profit with less revenue and beat other legacy brands also. Now, two reasons why people return: either it's a size issue or color doesn't match. These are the only two reasons people return the product. And there are some fakes and scams going on that okay, they'll return the product by once wearing it and stuff. That you can clearly demark it by having a particular tag or something that can be clearly done. That's completely possible. Even Myntra has done it, and a lot of other brands have done it. But for returns, you will have to bring it in a single digit return. It will start on a double digit note, but you should be consistently optimizing for this, because this is a small percentage, but this adds up a lot in terms of margin for you. Just 2-4% unlock in margin gives you leeway to go higher on acquisition and acquire customer at a higher price, because you know the LTV is good and the returns are low for this, which other brands might not, because their returns are really bad. So size issue, how do you tackle this? Model size, then matching with any other brand, then be flexible here. Give them the store credit. Okay, I'll get through all these, each one. Model size, in the image, product image itself, product page itself, whatever model you're using, mention their size being used in the apparel, the size they are wearing, their weight, their height, then their wrist can be mentioned, wrist length, or either the waist length, that's the best part, waist length. And if it's a apparel which is for women, upper body part can also be mentioned as a size. Then matching with any other brand. If you have a size very similar to say Nike's or any legacy brands, let's say Levi's, then you can say that this your 14 size is Levi's 13, like that, something like that. That can be done. And next, be flexible in terms of size. Give them at least 7 days. Don't give them long extended periods of 30 days, which I've seen brands do, but don't do it. Give them 7 days. Be flexible here, and give them store credit instead of direct discount. Say them that we'll give you 2x store credit if you go out for store credit, or we'll give you 1x refund. That way it's better. That's why it's better incentivized. Color mismatch. This, how do you solve it? Show them real photo shot on iPhone camera. Shot on a phone camera, iPhone or any other phone. Show them real photo, authentic photo, instead of a DSLR and a good lighting. Show them authentic photo, how it looks actually, between multiple models. Now, only 3 things matter for a high converting website: images, shipping and returns, and of course the price. That's it. Only these 3 is where you need to work hard on the website product page. Nothing else, because everything else is, you will be driven by ideology. If you can drive apparel brand, if you can drive based on a particular desirable insight which is unmet in the market, there's nothing like it. People will come to your site, even if it's poor UX, they'll buy it because they opted for the ideology which it stands for. However, you can still optimize your website in terms of images. How do you make it better? Left side is from Myntra and right side is from Apparel. Instantly you know that okay, the left side looks premium, it looks good. That is how you optimize your image. Then shipping and returns, which we have already discussed, and of course the price optimization need not be that always reduce the price. You can also increase the price and say that there is something unique about the product that makes it the price it is worth for. Next, creatives. The most important aspect of your ad. Rules of visuals, you should have the same apparel shown in different backgrounds, different lighting. Focus on the edges. Edges meaning either the wrist if it's a top apparel. If it's a bottom apparel, always focus on the lower back, then on the ankle side of it, and on the thighs. These are where people mostly focus on when they are buying it, because this is where they reveals the body curves of any person, and people are mostly have inferiority complex around these regions only. And this also grabs attention because this is where people focus on, and not many brands use it in image. Next, lower back. Then minimal text. Have minimal text, because apparel is all about design, color. Have minimal text. Text should also just vibrate the tone or the vibe what the apparel is about. It's inspiring. Is it a desiring apparel, or is it around vibe? A particular vibe should be maintained. For example, I can say that this red corset is more of into a party vibe, or it's a flaring vibe where it's about flames and it's about fire within that's burning, like that. So that is where you need to keep the text to minimum. Now the campaign structure, always follow 3 rules. KISS, which is keep it super simple structure, don't complicate it. 2 to 3 BAU campaigns, this is business as usual campaigns for your bestsellers. So you point out 2 to 3 bestsellers, In that, for each bestseller, a single campaign is already assigned. Then you will be testing creatives, targeting, everything. You'll even be scaling, because I don't think you need a separate campaign for scaling that. You can just increase the budget within the same campaign. Next, new drops campaign. This is a separate campaign where you will be dropping, where you will be having creatives just for your new drops. Even if your timeless collections, even then this campaign is essential. Then catalog campaign. This might be your best ad by far in your catalog. So make sure you have good images, because catalogs are often indexed, the images used are often indexed from your website itself. You can also use tools like Socio, which enhances your catalog ads, but this is at a different scale. Don't start to use at a smaller scale. Look at it after 7 figures per month scale, because below that I don't think you need it. You can just optimize it based on basic Facebook ad tools and images being high quality within your website, because website images will be used in your catalog. Now coming to reporting, high correlation of product selling if it matches season colors. Only 3 rules you need. Once again, you should have high correlation of product that is selling if it matches season colors. If, for example, if it's a haldi and you have apparel related to yellow, then it should be that your catalog ads are actually spending their money on yellow related apparel, because that is what sells. And always export a report where you have from Facebook the product ID and the amount spent. Always match it to whatever the creatives, whatever sales are on the website. For example, you see that there is a particular corset collection which is selling the most, but if you see on Facebook, that's not being promoted heavily. So that is how you need to optimize whenever you're optimizing your campaign. You download the report of product ID and the amount spent for each product ID. I am saying about per SKU level. Even size can be considered one SKU. And then match it to exactly Shopify sales of each product. Which do you think has a high correlation? If amount spent does not match the high ROI, then exclude that product or optimize that product with a better image, with a better price, anything like that. And optimize for products with good margins, low returns, and fast selling in that report whenever you are downloading. Then factor in returns for products. Don't just concentrate on the volume and the value. Concentrate on returns, because returns can hit badly, because a 10% return for a 5,000 rupee product is bad, whereas a 5% return on a 3,000 rupee product is better. That's how you can think about it. Then bottom boxing. This is a very different rule, wherein every 6 months you download the data of whatever products have been sold, and cut down the last 10% of it. No matter what the volume is, no matter what the value is, just cut down the products which are into bottom 10%. Or if you are very strict, no, I don't want to cut out, then give them 2 weeks time, set a goal, okay, I want to achieve, or give them 4 weeks time, set a goal that I want to achieve this number of sales, or I'll be removing this product entirely. This will be the single most important thing you will be doing whenever you're optimizing your inventory, and this will have left you with lot less headache because of this bottom boxing technique. Then contribution dollars, the only metric that you should be focusing on is contribution margin, which is contribution dollars after returns. That's the only metric you're optimizing for. That's it. What's not covered in this, community creation and influencer collaboration has not been covered. That's a big part of apparel brands. If you want a video around this, let me know down below in the comments. Next, the sum up part, what we have discussed. Your scale will depend on your ability to design inventory and create organic movements in that order. Follow the keep it super simple structure, and crack returns, and you take home more profit even at lower revenue. This is up for my time. I appreciate you watching the whole video. Let me know any thoughts you had about the flow of the video, about the content covered. It was good, it was bad, it can be improved. I would love your feedback. Thank you very much.